Hey guys, Edison does not adhere to a release schedule here. We'll chalk it up to the store had a pretty busy holiday. But on that note, I hope everyone had a nice, Christmas, whether or not you celebrated or if you just get off for work. I hope you enjoy this time. This is probably the most relaxing time of the year. This is stuff that I purchased from the December PWCC block. They shipped it pretty fast, all things considered, especially considering it's a holiday. In comparison to, I bought a bunch of stuff from Golden Auctions, and it's been close to it's been 3 weeks since I bought that stuff from Golden Auctions, and they still haven't shipped it yet. And I understand holiday delays and whatnot, and they also mentioned some fears about, just stuff out, what the hell? It's right open the bottom. Some fears about COVID. But 3 weeks to ship an item is quite a long time, especially for, what I would consider a larger auction house. Let's see. And I'm pretty cheerful for the holidays. I'm currently wearing a nice sweater that my mom had got me for Christmas. Shout out to all the moms out there. Keep doing your thing. Get out of this, dude. What? This is like insanely tight. Unsleeved is not my favorite thing. I prefer sleeves on my slabs. I ship everything in sleeves, and I prefer to receive grade cards in sleeves just to protect the casing. But what they do, which I do actually like, is they do these rubber bands to keep everything in place. There was a lot of Delta Species stuff again. Japanese Delta Species, if you watch my last PWCC purchases, that was stuff I spec'd really hard into because I felt a lot of that stuff was underpriced. I wanted to buy even more. I got priced out of most of it. A lot of that stuff went for like 30% more than I paid the last month, and I really didn't want to pay 30% more on a lot of those cards. So Pokemon EX Unseen Forces Reverse Holo. Okay, so there's gonna be two big takeaways. This stuff is mostly English, and it's mostly reverse holos. Tyrogue Reverse Holo. I'll try to find the prices. I might throw up the prices that I paid on the screen. I would say like the average was around $15 for these cards. I think this was around 15. But there was two reasons I really like this. It is Yukamori artwork too, but the fact that it's just a reverse holo with the EX Unseen Forces stamp. Overall, fairly clean. I would say 8.5 is a pretty decent grade for an English card from CGC. But yeah, reverse holos for this type of stuff is really nice to come by. EX Fire Red Leaf Green. This one was a little bit more expensive, but just gorgeous artwork for the Rapid Dash by Sugimori. The holo. Mint 9, and as I just said, I consider 8.5 to be a pretty strong grade for English card from this era from CGC, and I saw the 9. I think this one was a pretty very fair deal compared to like the current market for it. EX Emerald Reverse. I think this one was like $13-14, ridiculously cheap. You couldn't even grade it with subgrades at that price anymore. But I just really liked it because I think Scott is a very funny character, design-wise, but then within the game as well. He's like this bubbly, jovial guy. And this art has nice Sugimori artwork. It is the nice... I'm a huge fan of stamps. I always mention that. It has the EX Emerald stamp. Very nice and bold there. And that reverse holo pattern. So yeah, just picking that up for that price. To buy near mint, EX Era reverses at this point is also expensive. Here we go. EX Power Keepers. This is the Slakoth reverse. This one is probably more questionable. And these reverses aren't as nice because they did like a very plain holo pattern. Whereas for like the previous stuff, they did like a themed background, be it energies. But this one's alright. I think this one, again, as I said, was incredibly cheap when considering the fact that it's good with subgrades and it's a nice reverse. Platinum Reverse Holo. Licky. I love this artwork too of him kind of like diving with his tongue out. I like to imagine he's dancing in the fall, in the autumn leaves. But oh wow, look at that. That's kind of gross. How big of a scuff there is. I'm gonna have to try to buff it out right here as well. Two really big scuffs on the case. I think this one was $13, and that just felt nuts to me because to my knowledge, Platinum as a set wasn't very good in terms of actual hits. There wasn't a lot of good stuff to hit from the set, but it's still really expensive be it that it is the first set for the Platinum Games. But to me, like $13 for already graded. I mean, 8.5 I would say is above a majority of the near mint condition copies of this card out right now. And $13, I probably would spend. It's probably gonna cost like $4 just to get a raw copy, to grade. And this is a card that like I mentioned this in the past too with the Delta species. Speaking of Delta species, that these are all cards that I would like to have anyway. This is stuff that I believe in or kind of want to have a position in, or I see the value in for long term, and that I just like myself. So being able to pick this stuff up graded already is a huge plus. Really nice. I like this Vileplume Delta species artwork a lot. I like how menacing Vileplume looks. And I don't know. It's pretty much just that. I really enjoyed this artwork for Vileplume, and I think I picked that up for like right around 25 bucks. Let's see. Another one, Maldo. I already have quite a few of these. And this is one of those cards that I picked up the 8.5s in the November auction, I think for like 15 bucks. The 8.5s in the December auction all went for over 20. But it's nice to see that there actually is interest to kind of push the prices up for a lot of this stuff. This is another one that's a little bit more suspect. This is another Yukimori clay artwork. I'm a huge fan of the clay style, but it is just a Mint 9 E-Series, E-Reader, I should say. E-Reader border, reverse hollow. I think this one was maybe like sub 15 bucks, but I thought that was a very fair price for a hard to come by. Not hard to come by card, but a niche card. And I like purchasing niche stuff. Dusk North from Stormfront, beautiful card, really nice hollow. I have a couple of these in Japanese, but I do really appreciate the English, and I think the yellow border complements the card a lot. I think this is one of those cards that was probably 15 bucks at auction, and as I was mentioning, it's graded with subgrades. I couldn't grade this with subgrades myself at the current price, and I couldn't get it any cheaper than at this PWCC block. Tangrowth Mint 9 reverse hollow from Stormfront. I think another same exact example with the Licky. Just way too cheap considering what it is. I mean, it's a reverse hollow rare. Like these are nice cards, and I don't know. I consider Mint 9 to be a pretty hard grade to come by in these reverses, just because like the way they did that reverse is, it's kind of cheap almost. It reminds me a lot of the reverses from EX Dragon, like the E-Reader stuff. They scratch up super easy. Even reverses from Delta species scratch up really easily. So getting that 9 or above is quite impressive. Heatran Hollow from Legends Awaken, another card that I think came out to like $15. Just really great prices for nice English hollows. I think this was 13 as well. Armaldo Reverse from Legends Awaken. Again, though, it's a reverse hollow rare. Let me see, you can see it right there. Reverse hollow rare. So that in and of itself, to me, makes it a fairly hard to pull card from a booster box. But just for how expensive these boxes are to open, like you can still get such nice. To me, these are nice quality cards. These are nice cards for sub 20 bucks, already graded with subgrades, especially. This one was a little bit more expensive, but I just adore this Nidoking artwork. I think this one also has a hollow in the set, and I'm very confident I have this in Japanese. But Rising Rivals 8.5, again, reverse hollow rare. I think this one was probably closer to like the $24, $25 range. But really nice. I'm going to keep stressing this. I consider 8.5 to be a pretty decent grade in a CGC card, just considering how tough they are with a lot of stuff. Yeah, I think these are pretty clean looking cards. But yeah, this is just a great one. Legends Awaken, Luxray, the Hollow. As you've probably seen in the past videos, I have this in Japanese as well. But this is another card that I think that yellow border really complements it. Let's keep going. Luminian English. Again, I have this card in Japanese, but really nice. I just love what they did with the bubbles here being holographic. And like the hollow swirls kind of blend into like the underwater landscape. And last CGC. This is a Magnezone from Stormfront, reverse hollow. I think this one was also around like 13 bucks. But again, a reverse hollow rare. And in a fairly popular Pokemon too. And this is probably more popular than Tangrowth. I don't really remember what was P.S.A. So it looks a little beat up. Those are pretty... They're not great corners. Okay, so it's a Beedrill first edition. This is obviously first edition base set. I think this one came out to around $60, which I thought was really cheap. I was going off of like Troll and Toad, their buy list. They have a buy list of what they'll pay for certain singles. I think this was very far underneath their buy list price, so I was purchasing just to crack and send to them. But I might just try listing this on eBay and seeing. And to my knowledge too, as like a quick history thing, I believe that Beedrill is the hardest, not holographic rare to pull because it had the least amount of spots on the sheet. Something along those lines. Who knows? I might be completely wrong there. You can feel free to correct me. And then let's see. More P.S.A. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at it. It is the Togetic Reverse Holo. This is from EX Team Rocket Returns. It is also the Reverse Holo Rare. And to my knowledge, the Reverse Holo Rares go for more in the set than the regular Rare Holos. And I mean, for good reason. The Holo pattern on these sets is amazing. And yeah, so I picked those up. And again, a lot of the stuff I'm buying is just a lot of the stuff in the PWCC lots are going for good prices. I feel like a lot of those realized prices are back to around 15 to 20% of market, under market, which I think is very fair for auction. And while in the past you could have picked up stuff for 50 to 40% off of market, so it seems like PWCC is kind of like averaging, coming back to normal. We're like getting back to some like normalcy in the prices. This we're just gonna end on another card, same exact era, Mawile Holo Rare from Crystal Guardians. The case is really scuffed up. Wow, you can see that right there. Super scuffed up. That's really bad. That's really gross. That's gonna. I really hope I can buff this out, but like these are deep scratches. But yeah, this is just another card. I like the artwork itself. Holo. I have it in Japanese, as I've mentioned, for a lot of these cards, but I don't know, for the prices that I got all of this stuff for, I think it came out to like $20 a slab, and I don't know, I think $20 a slab average for the stuff you see here, I made out pretty well. And if you see anything you like, ignore everything I said in this video about what I paid for stuff, and just go check what it's listed for in our collectibles. Don't worry about anything else I said, just that part. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a nice one.